Hello. Buenas noches a todos. So yesterday we are excited to be with the mayor today, the Mexican Chamber and friends. And most of the people that are here today are business owners. I'm so proud of them. I've been talking to these two friends that came today with Dorado, right? Tyler and I don't know how many more places they have. They're really good friends of us. We have Jesus Lira from Rancho. We got Jesus Aguilar from Garibaldi Restaurant. Who else is here? Pedro Alvarez from San Nelly, Tarcisio, Comercial Mexicana, and Alfonso didn't show up today. Dos Marias, Moises Garcia from Paleteria Restaurant and Park Hill, member of the chamber also. We have Ernesto Leiva Pizza. Pizzeria del Sabor on Palisade Avenue. And our friend over there, every time we in trouble with numbers for the chamber, he's always helping us. Our accountant, he's from the Bronx. Wilson Soto. He's also a friend of us, and he's also a member of the chamber, so just he doesn't know that, but he is. Urbano from Bella Havana, right here in Newman. So proud of these guys. He's about to open up the second place, just behind his own, right? What's the name of the?
One More Coffee and Wine. It's called One More Coffee and Wine.
Coming soon. We have our friends from Dominican Republic. Very good friends. Thank you for coming out today. Thank you. And what can I say about what we're going through? Ever since we opened up our own businesses, you know, 1992, 1989 probably, 1990 over here. What year you opened up your business? 1995. And the reason why I'm saying this is because ever since then we were hoping to see something different in Yonkers. Because we always had hope in Yonkers, and nothing exciting was happening. So just keep hoping and hoping, because we believe in Yonkers until, thinking that, one day there's going to be great things in Yonkers when the right mayor comes in with the right ideas. Until finally happened. We got the right mayor who's making a difference in the city of Yonkers. And now there's no excuse to say, oh, but you know what, taxes in Yonkers are high, the schools are poor. Right now, everything's so different. It's a new thing. You can come to Yonkers, you can invest your money, and it will be worth it. I can tell you that much. So that's what you need to do. Think of the possibilities that Yonkers give you. You can come to Yonkers, bring your kids, bring them to school. Remember the graduation rate, how high has it been? Ever since we have Mike Spano as a mayor. I mean, I know that as a fact. And anyway, he'll be the one, I mean, telling you all these things. I don't know about that too much, but he's the one. Thank you again, all of you, for coming out today.
Can I not speak with that mic?
I guess you can.
Let me try a little bit. Here you go. Thank you. Roberto, thank you so much. Fonso, to all my friends, Zeus. Good to see my brother, the senator. Two senators. Two brothers. Where's the other senator? Senator? But listen, I love coming here because when I come here, I think about going down Main Street when I was a kid and seeing the many different people who are now the business owners, who are working in the back for years, right? Working in Sunny Orzo, or working for Mr. Pellegrino, or working and now are the business owners. Many different Mexican immigrants who come here to create a life for their family, so that you could live your customs, live the beauty of your community. And I've been to Puebla and I love it. At the same time, assimilate yourself here as Americans. And so growing up here, I was, it was almost like the second nature for us to be here, and we got to know each other for years, forever. And it's as if I've always known you, because it really has been that way. I've always known you. And so it's not hard for me to be here today, to be a part of all the wonderful things that are happening in our city. Because I knew early on, when I became mayor, that we were a city that had a lot of potential. We were a city that was had a lot of diversity, but you know what? Our diversity wasn't represented in those who were running City Hall. And we needed to change that. We needed to change our Board of Education, right? We needed to make sure that the Board of Education, where our kids, where 60% of our kids are Latino, yet the people who run the Board of Education were not and didn't know. And so we decided that we were going to change it up and give people an opportunity to be a part of the changes and be a part of the reforms that we were having. We wanted to make sure that everyone had a seat at the table. And we did that. And back when I became mayor, we were graduating our kids 72%. That meant almost 30% of our kids, mostly black and brown children, were not graduating. And we also know we had a huge dropout rate. And we changed it, we reformed it, and we brought the Latino community in. And we said, okay, how can we make these changes? How can we be more inclusive? How can we be more representative? And how is it that your voices can be heard? And here we are, not that long afterwards, we're graduating our kids at 91%. Woo! 91%. With Dr. Edwin Casada running our school district, Reverend Stephen Lopez, who is the president of the Board of Education. Again, it was about getting the best and the brightest, but making sure that everyone had a seat at the table. And of course, you all know that President Barack Obama just announced that Yonkers is a model school district for educating black and brown children in America. This is pretty cool to see Barack Obama, you know, when he goes, Yonkers is in the house. So that's pretty cool. So We knew that. We knew that we needed to be more inclusive. We knew that we needed to change our police department in such a way that everyone felt protected, that everyone felt that they could call the cops. We wanted to make sure that the people that called the police department weren't worried that when they called the police department that immigration was going to show up at the door. What they wanted to know was somebody going to show up who was going to enforce the laws for the residents of this city. And that's what we do. And that's how we changed our policies. Our policies at our police department are, we are there to serve and protect the residents of our city. We don't ask immigration. We don't ask those things. What we ask about is, how can we serve you? And how can we keep you safe? And that's what we do. And that has led to having a reduction in crime by almost half. We were able to reduce complaints against our officers by 80%. And you know, we didn't arrest our way out of the problem. What we did was we went out into the community and we worked with the community on coming up with different programs that work. And some of it sounded silly. You know, we did coffee with a cop and pizza with the police and the Explorer program. You know, right? Stop and shake. But all this stuff worked. And it showed the community that they can trust the police department. And it showed the police department that they trust the community, and we had that. So, police, making sure we have a more inclusive department. Our department is 34% more people of color today than it was when I took office. Yeah. All right, that's right, our police department. There's many South Sons on the police department. Yes. Right? Yes. And of course, economic development. Making sure that when we're doing the work down here, and we're seeing developers that are coming into our community and putting cranes in the area, and they're building these big buildings, that we are preserving our property for the people who have been here for generations, to make sure that you all have a chance at achieving a great success in your own businesses, because when they're building, we're building, and if we're all building, then we're all succeeding. And then, let's face it, if the city economic base is succeeding, then we're going to see it at City Hall, which is right there. And so, I want to say thank you, because I was able to run for mayor in large part because of many of the people in this room. You've been there for me from the very beginning. As a matter of fact, some of you were there when I ran for mayor the first time. It didn't go all that well, but you stuck it out with me, you stayed with me, and you gave me a chance to be mayor and to do things I wanted to do. And we were able to make these changes, again, because of each and every one of you. And I just want to say thank you. I really do. Just so you know, Dominican community, the Mexican community, all the communities that are here in our city. 17th is early voting started, so that was started on Saturday. Right. So people are voting every day now. And we're out there making sure they go out to vote. The 27th is primary day, but you can vote right up until then. So if you have someone who can vote, try to get them to the polls. If you have, I think everybody should try to get 10 people to the polls. This is what I worry about. And this is the speech that my brother, Senator Spano, will give who's standing here. You can't take anything for granted. And there are a lot of people who lose elections who lost because everyone said, he was okay. He's got it. Yeah, that's right. And primaries are a funny thing. Not that many people vote in primaries. So I'm asking, please get to your friends, get to your family, get to the people that are close to you, and get them out to the polls to vote. If they need a ride, call us. We'll get them a ride, and we'll get them to the polls. But at the end of the day, it's really, this election will be won or lost based on, are we able to get our votes out to the polls? And I know we can get them out. I know with your support, we will. And then, of course, we'll be up the street at the the Royal Castle. Sorry, man. I still call it the Polish. But we'll be at the castle celebrating a great victory on the 27th. And so, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, come all of you, come on. Come this way. Everyone on this side, come on. Henry, come on, man.